Everyone knows that Prince Obi and his friends tried to kill you by triggering your allergies.
That's what everyone thinks. But that's not what happened.
Is it because of her?
Because of who?
Princess Zina, who else? When she learns the truth about you, the CEO of Adaize, do you think she'll help or work with you? Everyone thinks you're dead. But to the princess, it's as though you never existed.
To take her as my bride. Udo and Igwe Kingdom no longer stand as allies. Your wish cannot be granted.
Ensure the princess never arrives.
The Prince of Igwe Kingdom invites Princess Zina of Udo Kingdom to his coronation. The prince has not even met my daughter, yet he invites her to his coronation.
Reports confirm that Princess Zina Chimbindu of Udo Kingdom is receiving emergency medical care following a serious road accident.
Prince Namdi froze. The document in his hand slipped onto the desk. His eyes remained fixed on the television as the report continued.
Little is known about her condition at this time.
No. Please be safe, princess.
At the guest house, Dozie slept in a guest room, exhausted from the events of the day. After taking painkillers to ease his throbbing headaches, exhaustion finally pulled him into sleep. Yet, even in his sleep, a deep frown formed on his face. A strange dream was beginning to unfold. Dozie suddenly found himself standing alone in an open field. He looked around in confusion, unable to understand how he got there. Then, a familiar voice called his name. He turned and froze. Standing a short distance away was Princess Zina, but not as he knew her. She was a little girl, no more than 5 years old, smiling brightly as she waved at him.
Why didn't you come to the party last night? I waited for you.
Dozie tried to speak, but no words came out. She smiled again.
Why are you just standing there? Come, let's go see the monkeys.
Wait! His foot hit a puddle. He looked down. His reflection showed his 8-year-old self. He froze, then ran.
Slow down!
The girl suddenly stopped. Relief washed over him as he hurried toward her. But the ground beneath her collapsed. She screamed, grabbing a weak tree branch. "Help me!" she cried. Dozie rushed forward and stretched out his hand. "Hold on!" He grabbed her hand tightly, straining to pull her up. But she suddenly felt heavier. He opened his eyes and saw the grown-up Princess Zina.
Don't let go!
I won't. I promise. This
Then,
furniture's...
He woke up. Dozie sat up, drenched in sweat, breathing heavily. He looked around and realized he was back in the guest house. The dream lingered in his mind. Troubled, he began to pray for the princess, asking God to protect her from an untimely death. At the hospital, Princess Zina lay unconscious as doctors fought to save her life. Machines beeped steadily while the medical team worked desperately to stabilize her after the attack. Her bodyguards had survived with minor injuries, but Zina's condition was critical. Outside the operating room, the king, the prince, and their friends waited in anxious silence, each passing minute deepening their fear. Inside, the doctors exchanged worried glances. Despite their efforts, the princess was slipping away. Nearby, Afam repeatedly tried calling Amara, but the call wouldn't go through.
She's not in the country.
She didn't tell me she was traveling.
Who is asking about Amara?
It's me, ma'am.
Far away,
Amara was enjoying the ocean breeze in the United States. She rode across the water on a jet ski, the waves cutting behind her as she laughed freely. Her phone buzzed again and again. Later, she checked it. Missed calls from Afam. She returned the call.
Why didn't you tell me you were traveling?
It was a sudden trip. What's going on?
It's the princess. Something has happened.
Hours later, Afam arrived at the airport. Amara had just finished speaking with a group of men in suits near the terminal. Before Afam could reach her, the men left. She noticed him and walked over.
Who were those people?
I work with them. How is the princess?
She was still in the operating room when I left.
Without wasting time, he took her bags. Together, they headed back to the hospital.
Dozie arrived at a children's home with gifts and foodstuff for the children. He spent time playing with them, laughter filling the air. But the moment was interrupted when palace servants arrived with more gifts, toys, and supplies.
Wow!
Mrs. Yvonne welcomed them and quickly asked about the princess's condition. But the servants gave no clear answer.
They only spoke in careful, guarded words, nothing official. Dozie overheard their conversation from a distance. After delivering the items, the servants left without revealing anything further. Curious and unsettled, Dozie approached Mrs. Yvonne.
Have you not heard? The princess had a car accident while being chased by assassins.
What? How is she doing?
I don't know. The palace is very secretive about royal matters. They refuse to give any details.
Dozie stood still. His mind flashed back to the strange dream he had the night before. It was no longer just a dream, but a warning. He said goodbye to the children and left immediately for the city. Inside the car, he called his cousin to get the location of the hospital where the princess was admitted. As he drove, his grip tightened on the wheel. And quietly, he prayed fervently for Princess Zina's life. The doctors stepped out of the operating room. Immediately, everyone gathered around them. The head doctor spoke with a heavy expression. She has suffered severe head trauma from the accident. At the moment, she is unconscious and unresponsive. We cannot say when or if she will wake up. The doctor's announcement sent a wave of grief and disbelief through the corridor. No one could find the words to speak as the painful reality settled over them. Dozie stood a short distance away, shocked by what he had just heard.
Please wake up. I want you to know I'm okay.
Mrs. Necker slowly turned her head. Her eyes landed on a familiar figure at the end of the corridor. She froze. Her breath caught as she stared, unable to believe what she was seeing. Dozie noticed her gaze. Before she could call out, he quickly turned and walked away. She followed immediately, scanning the hallway. But there was no one there. Confused, she stopped a nurse.
Did you see a man pass by here?
No, ma'am. Mom, what's wrong?
Nothing. Let's go back.
But as she walked away with Amara, her mind kept replaying the face she had seen. Where do I know that face from? She thought. Dozie's heart pounded violently as he hid inside an empty private ward. He hadn't expected Mrs. Necker to recognize him.
This was a bad idea.
He peeked into the corridor. Seeing only nurses, he quickly left. Later that night, police officers surrounded the assassin's hideout. Gunfire erupted as the officers exchanged shots with the criminals. One by one, the assassins were captured or killed. Soon, their leader found himself cornered in a room. "Surrender!" an officer shouted. "So you can make my life a living hell? Never!" The assassin leader pressed a button. A faint beeping sound echoed through the building. The officers froze. A bomb! They immediately rushed toward the exit. 10 seconds later, a massive explosion tore through the hideout. The building went up in flames. The next morning, the king met with the chief of police.
Because of these assassins, we have lost many lives. Their leader was clever. The bomb was placed where any evidence had been kept. The explosion and fire destroyed everything. Then who is behind these attacks on the royal family? I suspect a ruler from another kingdom, aided by traitors within our own.
The king nodded thoughtfully. If there was an enemy hiding in the shadows, finding them would not be easy. Days passed. Amara and Duruba made their way to the princess's VIP ward, where 2 soldiers stood guard. Amara stepped forward confidently.
This is Duruba. He's with me. Please let us in.
The soldiers nodded and let them in.
I never expected this to happen to you. We already caught the assassins before they could reach you. So why are you still lying here like this? You're not supposed to be like this. You still have goals to achieve. Don't give up now. Don't leave me like this, sister. You are the only family I have left.
At that same moment, far away, Dozie was praying fervently for Princess Zina with his sister in his private apartment. Back at the hospital, Duruba noticed a slight movement. His eyes widened as Princess Zina's fingers twitched. Then, slowly, her eyelids fluttered open. The king was overjoyed when he received the news that his daughter had finally awakened. Filled with gratitude, he immediately announced that a grand celebration would be held after she was discharged from the hospital. Royal invitations were sent to nobles, chiefs, and other distinguished figures across Udo Kingdom. As the day drew near, the palace came alive with beautiful decorations, preparing to welcome guests for the joyous occasion. Meanwhile, at Adeze Company's office, Dozie stared at Princess Zina's invitation letter. Lola sat across him, waiting for his answer.
I can't.
You can't attend?
I can't reveal myself.
You came back to Udo Kingdom, built this company, and now that she wants to meet the person behind it, you want to disappear?
I was 8 years old when I made that promise. Things have changed.
Yet you still came back, and Adeze Company exists because of her.
She wants to meet me in front of the chiefs, nobles, and elites of the kingdom. They knew my father. Before she knows who I really am, they will tell her who they think I am. They will destroy her chance to see me for herself.
What will you do then?
Dozie stared at the invitation, his grip tightening around it. Princess Zina's name seemed impossible to ignore. After years of running from the truth, he now found it calling him back.
The story continues. Like the video and subscribe for the next episode.